Well, over in Montecito, reports have claimed that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have seen their flagship Archewell Foundation declared delinquent by the state of California. So it's been alleged that the couple failed to file the correct paperwork and pay the necessary fees, and their charity was reportedly set to be banned from operating until the corrections are made. But breaking tonight, Archewell have claimed that they are fully compliant and hit back at reports that they are delinquent. So they've just sent us this statement right now. It says, "We have diligently investigated the situation and can confirm that the Archewell Foundation remains fully compliant and in good standing. Due payments were made promptly and in accordance with the IRS's processes and procedures. Furthermore, all necessary paperwork had been filed by the Foundation without error or wrongdoing." Of course, the issue for them is that the relevant authorities do not agree with that, and they have been declared delinquent. And who do you believe, really? This comes just months after Archewell reported an $11 million drop in their annual donations, with high staff turnover also proving to be a massive issue for the foundation. Paul Burrell joins me now. Problems at Archewell stacking up, Paul. Do you think charity really is their main objective here?
Well, Patrick, Archewell seems to be embroiled in controversy at the moment, and it's a mess, isn't it? It's not a good look for a charity when their donations are drying up and expenses are rising. And why does it cost $2.67 million to run a charity when that money should be going to good causes? 2.67 million. That's an awful lot of stationery and an awful lot of postage.
Yeah, for not a lot of result as well. Does anyone really know what Archewell does? Seriously, does anyone really know? I don't think do they know? You know, they can't even file the correct things on time, if you believe the Californian authorities.
Well, listen, there are only two directors of that company, Harry and Meghan, so they're accountable to each other. And quite frankly, do we believe what they're saying? No, we don't. They should be keeping their eyes on the books a little more closely than watching themselves on TV.
I mean, it's not a full-time job, is it? And you would have thought that they would be able to, decide. But maybe with the high turnover of staff. Look, Harry and Meghan have just finished their supposedly official royal tour of Nigeria. They released a statement thanking the African state for the first of many memorable trips. One memorable moment, for me at least, was their absolute refusal to sing the British national anthem.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was astonishing. I mean, and thankfully, Meghan did find her voice, though, when speaking at the Lagos State Government House, where she attempted to flatter the audience. And, it was a bit of an issue there, banging on about how the fact that she was 43% Nigerian. What do you make of all this, Paul?
Quasi-royal tour of Africa is all about Harry and Meghan. It's a massive public display and photo opportunity for them to bolster their flagging image. Now, remember, Patrick, they're about to launch two new programs for Netflix, one all about polo and one all about cooking. So what better than them to launch themselves on the world stage, make themselves relevant once again? They have to maintain their image of being royal and being relevant. That is their USP. Without that, there's nothing else. But they are not in the same league as Kate and William. They're not. This is good timing for Harry and Meghan when Kate's out and the King's out and William's looking after the family back home. But they are no longer working royals. They do not represent the King or our country, and they are undermining the good work which our royals do in Commonwealth countries. Now, the Foreign Office should keep their eye on this, because they should be advising the high commissioners in all Commonwealth countries and telling them that this is not a royal visit. At royal visits, they play the national anthem. Why was the national anthem played at their visit? It wasn't a royal visit. They didn't sing the words to it. I'm not sure whether Meghan knows all the words to the national anthem. I'm sure Harry does, but they didn't. Why didn't they? And why did they play the national anthem? I just think it's a mess. There's
a little clip of it,
mess.
Paul. I'll just say there's just a few seconds here of Prince Harry not singing the national anthem, basically. So let's... To be honest, he looked like he had to be revived there.
Isn't that embarrassing? It's not only embarrassing for them, it's embarrassing for the world and certainly embarrassing for our country. You know,
Yeah.
I just don't get it, Patrick. I don't get why they are launching themselves as a royal couple on the world stage, pretending to be still working royals when they're not. I think the king should have something to say to his son about his son's position on such a public platform in a Commonwealth country.
Yeah, I find it absolutely astonishing. Look, Paul, thank you very much. I'm sorry we're a bit squeezed for time.